I'd like to talk to you about a particular discussion and theorizing some short things about the proposed sequel for The Last of Us 2. I'd have to warn you, if you're unaware about these particular things in Naughty Dog's latest release, Uncharted 4: A Thief's End, then there will be complete references in full detail from that game to piece this puzzle together. In layman's terms, if you haven't completed Uncharted 4, then I advise you to click off the video now and save yourself the trouble of being spoiled. This will be spoiler country from now on. Good? Are you off the video? Have you beaten Uncharted 4? Maybe you don't care about spoilers. Let's get into the mix without further delay. It's a no-brainer that a sequel to The Last of Us will come into fruition given the various news articles displayed about The Last of Us 2 prototypes existing. However, Naughty Dog chose to opt out of the idea just for a short time, I presume, to focus all their efforts on making Nathan Drake's final journey a positive, top-notch experience. The Last of Us was critically acclaimed across the board, winning nearly 200 Game of the Year accolades by the time of its release, and I for one enjoyed the game. Once you've completed Uncharted 4's final boss fight with Rafe Adler, you will be thrusted into an epilogue where you're free to roam around the confines of various beach houses. Initially, you'll start off as Nathan Drake's daughter, Cassie Drake, and her entire room is stocked to the hilt with a lot of Easter eggs. The main one today on the agenda is The Last of Us material, namely the American Daughters comic book, which features a pregnant female protagonist on the outskirts of an abandoned territory. Many people have cited theories that this is actually Ellie, Joel's companion throughout the entire bulk of The Last of Us due to her distinct auburn hair. The first thing we speculate is the title and the conception of the American series itself. As you probably are aware, there's a Dark Horse Comics logo at the lower corner of that initial comic book. The Last of Us had a prequel comic by the same comic book company titled as The Last of Us American Dreams, which featured Ellie and Riley's relationship developing as well as their day-to-day life outside of the QZ. I will strongly assume the comic has some significance, just like Left Behind, given the fact that it was co-written by Neil Druckmann himself. While American Dream served as a prologue, I'm willing to bet that if this is a heavily pregnant Ellie, then American Daughters might serve as an epilogue to the original events of The Last of Us to sort of close the gap off from that comic series, as well as lead into a potential sequel that will embark on The Last of Us 2. I have 4 theories about this prospect in mind. Now keep in mind, this is all assumption, this is all speculation, nothing set in stone. So my number 1 theory is that this is a pregnant Ellie all grown up. The reasoning for the gas mask is despite Ellie being immune, there's probably some explanation as to why she still uses the gas mask despite breathing in countless spores. I'm willing to bet that there could be some plot where the CBI is possibly not hereditary due to it being linked to only the brain. So, since this is happening, Ellie doesn't feel like taking any chances to give birth to an affected child or have the means for an abortion in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. So, it's only natural that she tries to protect herself and the baby at all costs. The theory for the father of the child could be either someone from Tommy's encampment, or it could be a darkly turn of events where a hunter himself got the better of Ellie. Keep in mind, The Last of Us is a naturally cruel and brutal world, so there's always the possibility that Joel failed in his quest to protect Ellie, which is his worst fear now given the fact that he sacrificed so much to save her, and a pregnant Ellie is the end result of that skirmish of Joel failing. My second theory is that this is Ellie's mother, given the fact that we never really learned much about the fate of Anna other than the fact that she knew she was going to die when the time was appropriate. But she did manage to deliver Ellie with success, so with possible help from Marlene and the Fireflies, this could be about her story. My third theory is that this could still be a teenager Ellie that is pregnant, and perhaps this was done out of spite to cause her to become more reckless and uncaring in her life, considering that it's heavily implied that she knows about that half-truth that Joel told her anyway. And my fourth and final theory, of course, is that this could be a new character entirely trying to survive on the outskirts of an abandoned and reclaimed quarantine zone. And the emphasis of family probably will be heavily proficient throughout the events of The Last of Us American Daughters, because we've seen time and time again the great length that people have gone through to ensure the safety of their kin. To summarize, I don't know what the future holds for The Last of Us, but I know I wouldn't go short without a smile on my face. It's a series with a lot of potential, and hopefully the gritty aspects and the remarkable character development gets taken into full account with the sequel. Also, as a side note, subtitles are nice. Keep them. They sound a lot better than The Last of Us 2 anyway. Just a thought. Just a thought. This is Renegade Operative signing off. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys like my theories, and I will see you all next time. Take care.